Imagine if a highly advanced species from space comes to conquer Earth. Now, standing between them and humanity's extinction is just this ship. At the beginning of the story, we see some scientists who had discovered a planet with an atmosphere exactly like Earth's. In the coming years, such modern technology was invented that could send signals to this new planet, and this project was named Project Beacon. This NASA station in Hawaii sent a signal to a satellite in space every 24 hours, and this satellite relayed the signal to that new planet. The scientists had named this new planet Planet G. After this, we see a boy named Alex Hopper in Hawaii celebrating his birthday at a bar with his brother Stone. The two were talking about Alex's future. And just then, a girl named Samantha entered the bar. She ordered a chicken burrito from the waiter, but she was told the kitchen was closed. Then Samantha was quite disappointed because she had just come from work and was very hungry. At that same time, Alex got up to talk to Samantha. Now, to cheer her up, Alex decided to get a chicken burrito from the store across the street. But by the time Alex got there, that store had also closed. But Alex was not one to give up so easily. Therefore, he decided to enter the store through the back door and steal. He went into the store, took a burrito from the fridge, and heated it in the microwave. But all this was recorded on security cameras, and within moments, the police arrived to arrest him. But Alex escaped their clutches and ran to give the burrito to Samantha. However, before he could reach Samantha, suddenly the police used a stun gun on him and knocked him down. Though Samantha was quite scared seeing the scene there, but in her heart, she quite liked Alex's bravery. Then the next morning, we see Alex's brother scolding him for last night's antics. Actually, both Alex and Stone worked in the US Navy, and Samantha was the daughter of their commander, Admiral Shane. Hearing this, Alex's heart sank because he had a lot of friction with Admiral Shane. Well, a few years passed, and then one day, Admiral Shane announced the RIMPAC International War Games. But Alex was also a bit late for this event. Today he was going to ask Admiral Shane for his daughter Samantha's hand in marriage, but he still had friction talking to Shane. Seeing this, Samantha asked her father to speak with Alex for 5 minutes. So the Admiral agreed for his daughter's sake. But Alex still got very nervous and fled by making an excuse to go to the bathroom. Well, then we see Dr. Negretti, who had discovered Planet G. Today, he and his assistant saw that 5 objects in space were rapidly moving toward Earth. He immediately informed the scientist Cal, who was working on the Beacon project. Those 5 strange objects were moving directly toward their signal, which made their feet go cold. Suddenly, one object on the way collided with a satellite, turned, and separated from the others. Soon, NASA confirmed that these were not asteroids or such. Then the directors told Cal to be prepared because these objects were heading directly toward him. Within moments, those 4 objects fell into the sea near Hawaii, and the 5th fell in Hong Kong City. The explosion was so tremendous that almost the entire city was destroyed. In this explosion, 25,000 people died, and there was damage worth billions. Soon, Dr. Negretti deduced that these must be alien ships because the type of metal these objects were made of did not exist on Earth. Well, a little later, the Navy spotted an unknown ship in the sea. So Stone asked Captain Browning to send a team to investigate. Now Alex, Cora, and Walter went to investigate. But when they reached the object, they didn't understand anything. No one knew what this thing was. As soon as Alex touched it, suddenly he received a strong shock and was thrown far away. As soon as his comrades tried to rescue him, at that same time, a powerful energy light emerged from the object, after which a protective shield formed around it. Now, no one could enter or exit this shield. Also, all signals were cut off, because of which, the sailors couldn't send their message to the base. At that same time, we see a fighter plane rapidly approaching the object. But suddenly, upon colliding with the protective shield, it was shattered into pieces. Meanwhile, Walter tried to start the engine, but suddenly, a massive robot rose before him and emitted such a powerful sound that sailors hundreds of miles away also covered their ears in pain. Now they began bombing this object, but this robot attacked them back with multiple bombs. Meanwhile, Walter somehow started the boat, and now they were heading toward the base ship, but then Cora attacked the robot with her machine gun. Now all ships together began attacking the robot, but then there was a tremendous explosion on Stone's ship, leaving it badly destroyed. Alex saw his brother and other comrades die before his eyes. In this attack, Captain Browning and his assistant also died. Now the responsibility of this operation fell on Alex's shoulders, so he decided to launch a full-scale assault on the robot. But after much persuasion from his team, Alex decided to turn back and save the lives of the Japanese soldiers. However, within moments, that robot unleashed devastating metal discs to destroy the Navy base on the island. These discs were so dangerous that they crushed helicopters like ants and soon began demolishing the entire island. But surprisingly, these discs did not harm any humans or animals. Well, then these discs also broke a massive bridge, because of which, all vehicles began falling. Now no one there was safe. Meanwhile, Navy officers were trying to cross the protective shield to help their comrades. On the other hand, we see Samantha watching an alien ship approaching the hills with a retired Army officer named Mick. Within moments, this ship landed not far from them, right where Cal and his assistant were. Soon, some police officers chasing the ship reached the hills. On the way, they saw Samantha and Mick, so the police told them to hide in a safe place because aliens had attacked the island. Then the police officers moved ahead, so Mick decided to follow them because he had always dreamed of seeing aliens. Now Samantha also went along with him. As soon as the police car approached the ship, the alien ship felt it might be in danger. Therefore, it attacked the police officers. Meanwhile, Alex was trying to find a way to stop that monster because he was now the commander of his ship. But the truth was he had no combat experience whatsoever. At that same time, Walter arrived and asked Alex to come with him. When the two reached the control room, he saw an alien that his men had retrieved from the sea. As soon as their team removed the alien's helmet, it was revealed that they looked just like humans. But as soon as Alex flashed a light in its eyes, suddenly that alien turned and grabbed Alex's neck. His comrades tried to help him, but at that same time, the other aliens attacked the ship. Now those aliens first rescued their comrade, boarded their ship, and left. But Alex realized that there were still some aliens on their ship. Now they all began searching for them when suddenly an alien appeared before Walter, and he immediately told his comrades to flee from there. Walter saw that this alien had not come to harm him but only intended to destroy the power generators. But if that happened, this ship wouldn't be able to return from here. To stop it, Walter attacked the alien using iron. After which, the alien also began striking him one after another. At that same time, Alex came to his aid, but the alien snatched his weapon and was about to finish him off. But right then, at the critical moment, Cora arrived and distracted the alien. Then Alex told Cora to run toward the control room so the alien would also follow her outside. As soon as she reached the control room, she understood what Alex's real plan was. Alex had led that alien outside in front of the cannon, and Cora, seizing the opportunity, blew it to pieces in an instant. Meanwhile, Samantha and Mick moved forward and saw that the police cars were badly wrecked. They realized this place was not safe at all, so they decided to get out of there. But for this, Samantha had to retrieve a car key. Gathering courage, she approached a car and took the key from a police officer's belt. But before they could get out, suddenly some aliens arrived there. Samantha and Mick hid in fear, but the aliens didn't find anything special there. Therefore, they left. Now Samantha and Mick both ran toward the police car. Mick began gathering weapons, and Samantha tried to call for help via radio, but there was no signal. Just then, Cal arrived and revealed that the signals he had sent into space were the reason the aliens had come here, and they had destroyed his lab upon arriving, killing his assistant as well. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Dr. Negretti told world leaders in a meeting that the aliens were trying to send signals to their planet. For this, they were attempting to hack the satellites built by humans. If their plan succeeded, humanity could be wiped from Earth. Meanwhile, Jimmy tried on the helmet recovered from the aliens and realized that it completely blocked sunlight. He immediately informed Alex about this. Jimmy had a lizard, and he noticed that the aliens' eyes resembled it. Then he deduced that, like lizards, aliens also cannot stay in sunlight. Meanwhile, news of the alien attacks had spread like wildfire worldwide, and all governments had imposed martial law. After this, we see Nagata and his companions trying to locate the alien ship. Soon, they figured out a way to track the alien ships, and now they could tell which ship was advancing, allowing them to prepare attacks accordingly. But the aliens were no less cunning. As soon as they got wind that they were being watched, they changed their route at the last moment. Meanwhile, on the hill, Samantha said they had to destroy the transmitters so the aliens couldn't send signals to their planet. She said her boyfriend Alex could blow up the entire hill, but getting a signal through the shield created by the aliens was impossible. Then Cal said he had a special machine through which a signal might be sent, but this machine was at his old camp, where the aliens were present. However, for Earth's safety, Cal decided to risk his life. He slowly hid from the aliens and reached there. But as soon as he picked up the machine to leave, suddenly an alien saw him. Well, Cal didn't attack it. Therefore, the alien also didn't harm him, and he came out safely. Meanwhile, in the sea, the sailors saw two alien robots rapidly approaching to attack them. Suddenly, attacks came from both directions, but Alex saved everyone by moving the ship forward at the critical moment. After this, they continuously attacked the robots and destroyed them. But the war wasn't over yet. Soon, Samantha signaled him and informed him that the aliens were trying to send signals to their planet. Within the next 4 hours, the satellite would activate, and now the Navy had to stop these aliens before that. Now Mick told Samantha that before the Navy destroys this hill, they had to get out of here as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Alex received news that a new alien ship was heading toward them. So Alex told them to go to the area closest to where the sun rises. Soon they succeeded in doing this, and then Alex and Nagata continuously attacked and shattered the alien ship's windows, allowing sunlight to enter inside. Now the aliens were writhing in pain when Alex and his comrades began heavy firing on them. Soon they succeeded in destroying the ship, but by then, 2 metal discs were coming to attack their ship. Within moments, all sailors jumped into the sea to save their lives. Now only Alex and Nagata were left behind. Finally, just as the ship was about to sink, they jumped into the water. Meanwhile, when Mick and Samantha saw that the ship was completely destroyed, they decided to stop the aliens themselves. But Cal stayed behind because he no longer had any desire to risk his life. Meanwhile, all the sailors reached the shore in lifeboats. But everyone was very angry because if the aliens sent the signal, they were so advanced that they would never be able to conquer Earth again. Then an idea struck Alex. He said they should use the battleship. Actually, this ship was a full 70 years old, and Walter didn't even know how to activate it. Then Alex decided to seek help from old sailors. Finally, at his request, all the old sailors boarded the ship after so many years. Then they all together prepared a missile to destroy the transmitters on the hill. At that same time, we see that the alien mothership suddenly started moving. Before the aliens could attack, Alex began devising a new plan. Now Alex told his team to change the ship's course and prepare the cannons. Just as the robots were about to attack, Alex told his sailors to drop the ship's anchor into the water. Doing this suddenly changed the ship's direction, and it avoided the robots' bombs. Then they launched a fierce assault on the aliens. The aliens' attack also broke a part of their ship, but the sailors were not ones to give up so easily. Within a short time, they succeeded in destroying the mothership, because of which, the protective shield also broke. But on the other hand, the aliens on the hill were still ready to send signals to the planet. But at the critical moment, Samantha and Mick went and cut their wires. Finally, their plan succeeded because the signal never reached the planet. But during this, Samantha's leg got stuck in the car. Then Mick showed bravery and confronted the monsters with his crutches. When a scuffle began between them, Mick removed its helmet during the fight. As soon as sunlight fell on the alien, Mick began gaining the upper hand. But within moments, the alien picked Mick up and slammed him to the ground. Now it was about to kill Mick when, at the critical moment, Cal arrived and made alien chutney out of it with his briefcase. But during this, the other aliens had reconnected the transmitter wires, and now they had started sending signals again. Meanwhile, the sailors together began firing the missile. Meanwhile, Cal freed Samantha, and the three of them began looking for a safe place. Just as Alex and Nagata were about to fire the missile, they realized that the mothership had sent discs to destroy their ship. Now they had no way to escape. So Alex ordered his soldiers to fire the missile and destroy the hill, and then they all began waiting for their death. But at the critical moment, Admiral Shane sent fighter planes, which with tremendous precision fired missiles and destroyed the metal discs. This way, the aliens had no means left to send signals to their home planet. Several weeks after this incident, the brave participants in the war were honored. Mick was also included, who, despite having no legs, fulfilled his duty as a soldier. Then the US President honored Stone Hopper with the Navy Cross for risking his life, and Alex came to receive this honor on his brother's behalf. Now Alex himself had become a commander and was awarded the Silver Star for his bravery. Finally, the Admiral told him that he would soon be the commander of his own ship. Then Samantha told Alex to talk to her father about marriage. The opportunity is good, talk to him quickly. Alex was still a little nervous, but facing Admiral Shane should be much easier than facing aliens. Alex told him that he loved Samantha very much and wanted to marry her. Shane refused him at first, but then smiled softly and said to come to the office in the evening. We'll decide where to have the wedding. If you liked the video, please like it. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.